Can the underdog rise to the top? Will the Philadelphia Eagles spoil the Chiefs' shot at a three-peat? The Philadelphia Eagles have undergone an incredible transformation in recent years, with their combination of offensive power, defensive prowess, and savvy management making them one of the most dominant teams in the NFL. But while they've been one of the top contenders, their success has also been met with a consistent challenge. Can the underdog rise to the top? More specifically, can the Philadelphia Eagles spoil the Kansas City Chiefs' hopes of a three-peat Super Bowl victory? Stay tuned to find out. The Eagles' 2022 Super Bowl appearance and the loss they suffered at the hands of the Chiefs set the stage for what would be an intensely anticipated Super Bowl 59 rematch. But this time, the Eagles' defense, often their most underrated asset, wouldn't be as untested or as prone to breakdowns as it had been the year before. There were some critical changes, both in personnel and coaching, that have set them up to compete at an entirely different level. Before diving into the immense improvements that have taken place in Philadelphia, it's important to understand the context. For most NFL teams, success doesn't just come from raw talent on the field. It requires structure, leadership, and an understanding of how to build and execute strategies. The Eagles, under head coach Nick Sirianni and general manager Howie Roseman, have been able to consistently find ways to elevate their game. One of the most significant improvements came on the defensive side of the ball. For much of the 2023 season, the Eagles' defense had been an area of concern. Despite an offensive explosion led by quarterback Jalen Hurts, the defense faltered, especially in the secondary. They had lost both their defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, to the Arizona Cardinals, and their offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, who moved on to the Indianapolis Colts. It was a heavy blow, as both had been integral to the team's success in the previous seasons. The defense, plagued by inconsistency, struggled throughout the 2023 campaign, culminating in an unceremonious wildcard exit after finishing with an 11-6 record. The team gave up the third most points per game, conceding 25.2 points on average, and the seventh most yards, primarily in the air, allowing 252.5 yards per game. The defensive unit simply couldn't sustain the level of play that had taken them to the Super Bowl in 2022, and changes were inevitable. In response to this, the Eagles made significant changes during the 2024 offseason. They hired defensive mastermind Vic Fangio to serve as their new defensive coordinator, a move that would prove pivotal. Fangio, known for his ability to engineer elite defensive units, immediately brought a new structure and discipline to the team's defense. With Fangio at the helm, the Eagles' defense quickly turned things around in 2024, showcasing their elite status. The team now ranks among the league's best in several key defensive metrics, allowing only 17.8 points per game, second best in the NFL. This marks a dramatic turnaround from the previous year, where they had struggled so mightily. Their ability to contain offenses has been nothing short of dominant. Not only do they limit the scoring, but they also lead the league in passing yards allowed, while their run defense ranks 10th in the league. However, while Fangio's system and his guidance were crucial to the Eagles' improvement, the success wouldn't have been possible without the exceptional talent that has been cultivated through a combination of savvy draft picks and free agent signings. The 2024 draft in particular played a critical role in transforming the Eagles' defense, especially in the secondary. With a clear need to bolster their pass defense, Roseman and his scouting team went all in on improving the cornerback position. The team selected two key players, cornerbacks Quinnen Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Both were regarded as among the best prospects in the draft, and the Eagles landed them at fantastic value. Mitchell, drafted at 22nd overall, was a standout in college football and had an outstanding showing at the Senior Bowl, showcasing his ability to dominate at the line of scrimmage and cover the opposition's top receivers. His selection at 22 was considered a steal, especially with his combination of physicality and coverage skills. In his first season, Mitchell quickly earned respect across the league. He became known for his sticky coverage, holding some of the NFL's best wide receivers to minimal yardage. Despite being a rookie, he regularly faced off against top-tier players like Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Jamar Chase, and CeeDee Lamb, none of whom managed to break the 20-yard mark against him. Mitchell ended the season with a solid PFF defensive grade of 73.1 and a 75 coverage grade. For a rookie, those are impressive numbers. Mitchell wasn't the only rookie cornerback to make a significant impact. Cooper DeJean, selected in the second round, was even more impressive in his rookie campaign, earning an 82.7 defensive grade from PFF and a 79.3 coverage grade. DeJean played an especially critical role in the Eagles' success, as his tackling and ball skills were second to none. One of the standout moments of his season came when he made a crucial tackle for a loss on a 4th down attempt against Jamar Chase and the Bengals, a play that helped swing momentum back in the Eagles' favor during a crucial game. With DeJean in the lineup, the Eagles' secondary became a force to be reckoned with. But the improvements didn't stop there. The Eagles' defensive line, often considered the backbone of their defense, also saw significant improvements. The group, featuring names like Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, and others, has been dominating offensive lines week in and week out. But the star of this defensive line, and one that many NFL fans may not realize is as impactful as he is, has been Jalen Carter. Carter, who was drafted by the Eagles in 2023 with the 9th overall pick, was expected to make an immediate impact, and that's exactly what he's done. While off-field concerns, specifically his involvement in a tragic car accident, caused his stock to drop slightly in the draft, the Eagles took a calculated risk that has paid off tremendously. On the field, Carter has been nothing short of a game changer. His combination of size, strength, and athleticism makes him nearly impossible to block one-on-one. Offensive coordinators must account for Carter on every play, often having to double team him, which creates opportunities for his teammates to wreak havoc. While Carter is the focal point of the defensive line, he's far from the only threat. The Eagles have a deep rotation of defensive linemen, and names like Davis, Smith, and Brandon Graham make this group one of the most potent in the NFL. Davis in particular has impressed with his ability to disrupt the quarterback, while Smith has added speed and power to the edge, becoming a consistent force in pass rushing situations. In the 2024 playoffs, Carter's presence was felt strongly. In the wild card round, a dominant hit by linebacker Reed Blankenship on special teams forced a fumble, setting the tone for what would become another dominant defensive performance by the Eagles. The Eagles' physicality, which has been a hallmark of their play, was evident in this game as they physically overwhelmed their opponents, leaving them little chance to succeed. Of course, none of this would matter if the Eagles' offense wasn't just as potent. Under Jalen Hurts' leadership, the Eagles have had one of the best offenses in the NFL. Hurts, who has developed into one of the top quarterbacks in the league, has continued to thrive in Sirianni's system. His dual threat ability, passing with precision and running with power, has kept defenses guessing all season long. The Eagles also have one of the best offensive lines in the league, which has paved the way for a dynamic rushing attack led by running back Miles Sanders, who complements Hurts' own running abilities perfectly. This balanced offensive attack, coupled with a defense that can shut down opponents with ease, has made the Eagles one of the most complete teams in the NFL. Now, as the Eagles prepare for their rematch with the Chiefs in Super Bowl 59, there's no doubt that the defending champions face a major challenge. The Chiefs, led by quarterback Patrick Mahomes and head coach Andy Reid, have been one of the most consistent teams in recent years, but this Eagles team is built differently. With their elite defense, dynamic offense, and solid coaching staff, the Eagles are poised to spoil the Chiefs' hopes of a three-peat and bring home another championship. The Eagles have finally found the perfect formula for success, and while there will be challenges ahead, they are more than equipped to take on the mighty Chiefs. The question now is, can the underdog rise to the top? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep the conversation going. See you next time.